Ten team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Tigers' offense will take the field for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense.
Coming out aggressively. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Handoff from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. LSU quick to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackled after picking up the first down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Unloads quickly. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Sexton. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Makes the grab on the left. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sexton. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got...
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
The return brings it out to the 34, and the LSU offense will take over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get...
Looking for a huge play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Thomas looking to fire. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground with the back. At the 45 on his way. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Tigers are rolling down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Sexton. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Working the middle, it's complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Pulls and fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. The pull and throw off the RPO. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. The Sooners want to crank their tempo. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fast motion from the offense. Jet sweep headed to the edge. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They get to the line quickly. They'll run it from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. No huddle here for the offense. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Thomas back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They want to run this quarterback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
LSU right back to the line. Thomas looking to fire. Gets it to the back. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Try to get it on the ground. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sexton. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Keeps the play, and he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He's loose at the 15. The expressway is wide open. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too. Just
trying to beat the D deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sideline. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Thomas back to pass. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And the Sooners will punt this one away.
On to punt it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Thomas looking to fire. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They'll give it to the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. LSU quick to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sexton. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Sexton. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sexton. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
From the gun, the ground game. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Keeps the legs moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Grab behind the line. It's Sexton. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The give to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards. And then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. He's got his man.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Got his man. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They get to him as he throws. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff.
He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. And here we are in the 4th quarter. And they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
The give as they work on that clock. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll run it from the gun. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sexton. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American. And it's plays like this that starts getting that pub going, the hype train going. And at the end of the year, you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab over the middle. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some pop. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on.
Touchdown, LSU! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This ought to feel good about it. Hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game, build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. 1st down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry up.
2nd down.
Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a 1st down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Thomas back to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. One more play to pad the stats.
29 Philly.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
A loss of 12 on the play.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.